Hello everyone. Hi, I'm Saral and I will be talking about the preparation strategy for MBA 2021 today and the details of the course. So we are starting a third batch based upon for CAT 2021. So I'll talk about that in detail as well. But before that, we'll just talk about the preparation strategy. So basically, what exactly is MBA preparation first of all? So all exams which are there and how do you prepare, which all sections are there, and what is the type of exam, what do they ask. So I'll be talking about all those things in this session only. So let's start, all right, with it. So first of all, this is about me. I'm Saral Nashir. So I'm a Quant and DILR teacher at GradeUp. So I have a total experience of more than 16 years now. Started teaching somewhere around 2004. And the important part is that in all these years I have been writing CAT. So except 1 year, I remember when I got married, I didn't write CAT. Otherwise, I've written every year, right from 2002, right? And in this period, I have scored 100 in QA as well as 100 in DI. And in the last 7, 8 CAT scores, my CAT exams, my score in quantitative ability, the percentile, has been 99.995 times, right? It's around out of the right last 7, 8 times. And in this journey, I have taught around 10,000 plus students and hundreds of teachers as well. So I used to be a national trainer for a big company who is an MBA entrance examination only. So I used to teach all the teachers over there. So this is about me. This is what I have done in all these years, right? And I'll be one of the teachers who would be teaching in these batches. Okay. Uh, Now, so let's start with it. That first of all, what do we mean by the MBA test prep? So the first thing that what comes to your mind when you say MBA test prep. So generally people say that MBA test prep means CAT. You prepare for CAT and that's it, right? So if you want to do MBA, you have to do this test prep, and if you want to do MBA from a good college, so CAT is the way out. So CAT के लिए prepare करना शुरू कर दो and take coaching and all, and that will be sufficient. So let me first of all talk to you about this only, that CAT is just one of the exams for which you would be preparing. It is not the only exam for which you would be preparing, though the biggest bucket of students is there with CAT only, that's right. But yes, there are many other exams as well for which you would be appearing in the coming year, right? If you want to do MBA. So for many different colleges, there are different exams, not that all the colleges take through CAT. So CAT is the biggest one among them, and the second biggest is Z, which is written by almost 1 lakh people now, right? But apart from that, we also have an exam for IIFT, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. So ZAT is one exam, Xavier's aptitude test, but it is for many colleges. Many colleges accept the score of ZAT. So how much do you fare in ZAT? Similarly, many colleges, they would be accepting the scores of CAT as well. And there would be some colleges which will accept CAT as well as ZAT. That is also possible, right? There are many common ones among them. Then we have for all the Symbiosis colleges, we have this exam called SNAP, Symbiosis National Aptitude Test, right? CMAT is another exam which is conducted by the government bodies. So Common Management Aptitude Test, that is another exam that we have. We have Management Aptitude Test which is conducted by AIMA, All India Management Association. We have TISNET exam which is for TISS, Tata Institute of Social Sciences. So primarily people say for HR it is the God. So if you want to go to HR, you will have to appear for TISNET, right? So these are all the exams, and there is another one which is MyCAT. MyCAT is for Mica College, right? Mica is in Ahmedabad, Mudra Institute of Communication and Advertising. So Ahmedabad में है, वहां से अगर आपको MBA करनी है तो उसके लिए you have to write MyCAT exam. So all these exams would be there. Now obviously these exams are for different colleges, but one thing is for sure. For example, you want to go to XLRA Jamshedpur, you have to go through ZAT only. There is no other way out. XLRA does not accept any other score. If you want to go to IIFT, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, you have to go through the IIFT exam only, right? Same is the case with the Symbiosis exam, for the TIS exam as well. CMAT, MAT, again, they would be taking some colleges, but generally we'll take those colleges in the B category. So normally the A category colleges, they would go under either CAT or Z. most of them. For example, generally when we talk about MBA, the thing that comes to our mind is IIM, Indian Institute of Management. तो वो IIM will be by CAT only, ठीक है. So CAT is conducted by IIMs. अगर आपको IIM में पहुंचना है तो आपको CAT का एग्जाम देना है. Once you apply to CAT, you are automatically eligible to apply all the courses of all the IIMs. Right? For the other colleges, you have to fill the form separately. This is the general process that they follow. Okay. Now, the point is there a single way through which we can prepare for all these exams? A comprehensive way. So, it's not that I have to join some coaching for CAT, I have to join some other coaching for ZET and some other for IIFT, because these are different exams, they might be asking different things. But no, there is a comprehensive way of doing it. This is what I'm talking to you about, that yes, there is a comprehensive way to do this, and that comprehensive way basically is that you look at all these exams, look at their syllabus, look at their selection pattern, I mean whatever appear in their exam, what all is needed for a person to finally land into that college. So whatever is needed from here to land into the college, that all would be done in these courses now. So it's not limited to only quantitative aptitude or verbal ability or DILR. It will also be talking about general knowledge. It will also be talking about GD, PI processes. It will also be talking about the writing ability test, that how to do good in that. So that all would be covered in it, right? So the areas that you need to work on. So if I want to go for MBA, तो कौन कौन से areas है जहां मुझे अच्छा होना है, मुझे पढ़ना है, तो कैसे पढ़ना है. So this is what I'm going to talk about now. What are the areas in which I have to be put? So the first major area is quantitative skills. This is, I would say, that these skills are needed for you to excel in any of these colleges. I don't remember any of the colleges, any of these exams which does not require quantitative skills. Each one of them would be asking you questions upon this, and not only this, verbal ability as well. So English is, you can say English is also called verbal ability here, but only saying English, probably that will be very, very big word. I mean, it contains a lot of things under its umbrella. So what exactly is that? So we are talking about verbal ability here. So how able you are verbally, that all would be a part of verbal ability. Third is the reasoning skills, right? That again would be a part of most of these exams. As far as I remember, all of them, I think there is no exam which would not be asking you questions based upon your reasoning skills. There would be questions on these everywhere. And the fourth one is general knowledge. So some of the exams do not ask you questions on general knowledge. But again, I would say this is one area you need to work on, not only from the perspective of the exam, but it is also important from the perspective of the second stage. So when you go for a group discussion or personal interview, so obviously general knowledge would be needed there. You need to know about the current affairs as well. So whatever is going on, you need to know about some of the historical things as well. You need to know about the scientific terms, some economic terms. So all those things would be needed over here, especially I would say during the GD process and the interview process. वहां पे वो सब जरूरी होगा आपके लिए, right? So first thing is, what are the basics of quantitative skills and how to improve in quantitative skills? This is what I'm talking about now. The first thing is NCERT books. I hope everyone knows NCERT. I mean, we have studied till 10th NCERT books, rather 12th tak mere ख्याल से. So NCERT books of mathematics, class 9 to 10 or 6 to 10, basically that depends upon the person that you are referring to. If a person is quite well in mathematics, I would suggest कि आप 9th or 10th की books कीजिए. But if you feel very afraid of mathematics, you should start reading books from 6th to 10th. तो कोशिश कीजिए read all the books from 6th to 10th of NCERT mathematics, because that will give you a fair idea of quantitative ability. Once you start doing this, you will get to know कि अच्छा ठीक है क्या क्या पूछते हैं वो mathematics में. Moreover, when we studied these things in our school time, so we studied from only one perspective, कि मेरा score अच्छा आना चाहिए. So whatever was needed for the exam, we studied that only, and in that manner such that वो exam के questions मैं आराम से solve कर पाऊँ. But now the need is to understand each and everything in that mathematics chapter now, whichever was written over there. If I clearly remember, मेरे साथ भी यही था. तो कोई भी चैप्टर जो है मैथमेटिक्स का वो वहां से शुरू होता है जहां एक्सरसाइज 1 आती है. We never read those 3-4 pages before that जिसमें थ्योरी लिखी होती थी in NCERT. We never read those. But that would also be a part of it now, rather that will be more a part of it, because now you have to understand the concepts rather than straight away learning the formula and putting it into the question. That will not be important. Mental calculations is again one thing which we are currently, I would say, we are quite far off it. We have forgotten doing mental calculations since long time now, long back now, because we have mobiles with us. So any time any person asks you that, okay, what is 69 plus 83? So we do not take pain to do this. We just take out the mobile and we start doing this, right? And probably because of that, we are not good at mental calculations now. But these exams, obviously, all of them would not be providing you calculators. So, as far as I remember, CAT is the only exam that will be giving you the calculators during the exam. Uske alawa, I think NMAT, I am not very sure, but I do not think that any other exam provide you with the calculators. Moreover, if there are no calculators anyways, also these skills are needed for you in the general life as well. You need to be good mentally, right? Mental calculations should be this good. Some basic books on puzzles. So why am I talking about puzzles and quantitative skills? Because puzzles will tell you how to apply the concepts into the questions. That is also a very important part of it. So therefore we are saying some basic books on puzzles, right? Next comes basics of verbal ability. So what all things are needed for verbal ability? The first point I have written is newspaper. So how come newspaper? If you look at the CAT paper, you will see that all 34 questions that have appeared till CAT 2029, right? All 34 questions in 2009 CAT or 18 or 17, 16, they all are based upon reading. You have to be a very, very good reader, right? You have to be an avid reader. A good reader only would be able to answer the questions which are asked in CAT in verbal ability section, because there would be 5 or 6, I think 5 RCs are there. A big paragraph is there on which questions are being asked to you, or some sentences are given which are to be, which are in the jumbled form, but we have to collect them, put it into a paragraph. So everything would be based upon reading only. And newspaper reading would actually help you improving in that skill, right? Grammar is important, probably not directly for CAT, but for other exams, there would be direct questions on grammar. So obviously, that's a very important part. We all know anyways that to be good at English, you have to be good at grammar, right? There is no way out. Vocab again, but even if I'm talking about reading only, still, unless I know about the words, how can I answer the questions? So vocab is important, and there are many other things as well. The way I talked about general reading, it can be of any type. It's not that I have to read only those specific type of novels which give me some information. Not necessarily. You can read fiction, non-fiction. You have to get a habit of reading. That's all that I want to say using this point. Oral communication skills are needed for your group discussion, personal interview, and written communication skills. As I told you, in many of these colleges nowadays, there is a writing ability test as well. So for that, you need these written communication skills as well. Okay. Now, how to improve reasoning? That's a very common question that students keep asking us कि sir reasoning कैसे improve करें, कहाँ से improve करें? We are trying our best, we are not able to do this. So to be good at reasoning, we always keep saying there is no syllabus for this. ऐसा नहीं है रीड एनसीईआरटी बुक से ये इंप्रूव हो जाएगा, रीड न्यूज़पेपर से इंप्रूव हो जाएगा. नो, द ओनली थिंग इज यू हैव टू बी एनालिटिकल ऑल द टाइम. इट्स एज सिंपल एज दिस. So wherever you find an opportunity where you can use reasoning or analytical skills, just go for it, right? Whether, for example, if you are reading newspaper, you see that Sudoku, right? I'm not saying Sudoku would be straight away asked to you, but you can do it to improve your analytical skills. It will do that. Sometimes we have some puzzles, etc. in these papers and all, right? You can do those. You can take those books from Shakuntala Devi and all to be good at these things. So this is all important for these, right? General knowledge, I hope you must be knowing about these things: newspaper, basics of economics, and basics of general and social sciences. Though there's a very vast topic, you can't say that, okay, by doing this, will it be over? Obviously not, right? Newspapers for all the current affairs, basics of economics, they would expect it from you, that if you are going for MBA, you would be knowing some basics of economics at least, right? What is GDP, what is GNP, what is fiscal deficit, and I mean about all those things. Repo rate kya hota hai, reverse repo rate. I mean, we can read them on our own. So some basics of economics. And the basics of general and social sciences, you might find questions based upon these in some of the exams, wherever we have questions based upon GK in these exams. Okay. And this becomes a very important point. Would you not want to these things even if you do not want to prepare for these exams? I mean, are these skills needed only to clear the exams? Are the analytical skills only for exam? Are the verbal skills, your communication skills needed for exams only? Your quantitative skills, are they limited to these exams? No, probably they would be used everywhere in all the fields of your life. So these are your lifetime skills, you can say, right? So just start building them as soon as possible, because they will improve the personality of a person. It is not only about the exam. These skills are anyways needed. So how analytical you are definitely creates a lot for respect for you in your friend circle, or your colleague circle, whatever is there, right? So that guy is analytical, he can think analytically about the situation, that builds that respect for you around, right? Same is true about communication skills as well. What to communicate, how to communicate, those all things are needed for us, right? Now, this is a key question. When will CAT 2021 be held? So CAT is always held on the last Sunday of November. So this year it is on 29th of November. So obviously next year has to be 28th of November. And today is 9th November. If I count it from today, it is exactly 384 days which are left for it, right? So just start preparing right now. 384 days. Are they too much or are they too less? That depends from person to person. You can't have a single answer for this question. Let us now talk about the structure of the paper. It's an assortment of 3 tests. So ultimately there would be 3 tests in the paper. I mean, this is the story till now. We don't know about CAT 2021. They might bring some changes, but till CAT 2020, this is for sure true. So first section is verbal ability and reading comprehension. Second is data interpretation, logical reasoning. Third is quantitative ability. I hope you know about these things now. So we have just talked about them. 2 to 2.25 lakh people appear for CAT. So yes, every year this happens. So a number of applications might be even more. 2.5 lakh people might apply for this, but ultimately these many people appear for it, right? And top 1% qualify for the next round. Next round is GD, PI, VAT, etc. And if you want to be in the top IIMs, that is A, B, C, so you have to be in the top 0.5%. Now, is it necessary, right? I would not say that this is for sure true. Not that if you are not in the top 1%, you would not qualify for the next round. You might, right? But this is a kind of thing that will make it sure that, okay, you will reach there. But उसके नीचे भी there are people who get calls on that. So there are people जो 90-91 percentile पे भी IIM अहमदाबाद से call ला सकते हैं. That depends a lot upon the criteria, right? What criteria IIMs are following. So criteria पे depend करता है, आपके profile पे भी depend करता है. So you might get a call at 90 percentile as well. You might not get it as 99.95 as well. So both possibilities might exist. That depends upon a lot many things. You can read about all those things on the website of IIMs. So everyone have their different selection criteria through which they select people for the next round. So how long does it take to prepare for it? So this is very important part. कि कितना time लगेगा? As I just talked about this, is it too soon or too early? So that definitely depends upon you. You have to discover it by yourself, because once you go through these exams, then you will get to know, okay, that this much of preparation is needed. But currently I am at this stage. So from that only you will get to know that how much is needed, right? तो आपको खुद ही पता लगाना पड़ेगा पेपर को देख के. So yes, you start as early as possible. That is the most important part, obviously. So you take a head start over the other people if you start early. Otherwise you have to run fast, right? Now these are some common questions by the kids that have been asked to us, that how important is the academic background. It is important. As I told you, every IIM have their own selection criteria. So how much importance do they give it to this section? So obviously that will make it important or unimportant. Generally, most of the IIMs look at your academic backgrounds. How important is the score in graduation? That's a part of your academic background, I would say. And is general knowledge needed in CAT? No. So CAT there are only 3 sections, as I just talked about. General knowledge is not a part of it, right? These are some of the mandatory things we say you must do. Questions from the past CATs, right? So whatever past questions are there from CAT or from ZAT or IFT or SNAP, whatever are there, you have to prepare for all of them. That becomes an important part of it, because you have to be good at this and you get a flavor of these things from those only. So previous ZAT papers, previous CAT papers, mocks are extremely important, because mocks will be telling you that how should you be doing these questions during the exam as well. So if you do so many mocks, so actual exam would look like another mock to you, right? So yes, as we discussed that when to start, no earliest possible time, no latest possible time. It depends upon you. This should be your target. IIM Ahmedabad building, right? Always keep this in your mind and keep working for it. Now I'll come to this exam, this course that we have launched. You'll be preparing with 99 plus percentilers in this CAT 2021 comprehensive course. All the faculties who are teaching with us, they all have scored more than 99 percentile, right? This is the third batch, as I told you. It will start today only on 9th of November. Expert guidance would be there with by all CAT toppers, and obviously if they themselves have scored 99 plus percentile, their conceptual clarity would be complete in that sense, right? You have an exhaustive day-wise study plan covering the entire CAT syllabus. So day-wise would be given to you on your app, that okay, on this day you have to do this, on this day you have to do this, right? All topics will be covered through live classes and quizzes. So you have a schedule with you that on this day at this time you have a live class, and after that this is the quiz that you have to attempt. Okay? And obviously, as I told you, because it is comprehensive, it would be including all the preparation of ZAT, GD, VAT and PI as well, which is important. So there is a foundation module in which we talk about the basic level questions first. So for example, if I'm teaching number of factors, how to find out the number of factors, in the foundation module, I'll be teaching only about the basics. In the advanced class, I'll talk about those concepts or questions which are important for these exams. Same is the case with other topics and other sections as well. So VA, RC, DILR. So submit, if you look at the number of foundation modules, they would be around 34, and advanced classes as well. So if you count all of them, I think there'll be around 250 live classes which are there, right? So foundation module, as I told you, just to build your basics. Advanced case classes will take you very close to the MBA actual exam pattern, I would say. Mocks will be completely equal to that or slightly above that as well. Doubt classes will be there for every module to help you clear your doubts, because whatever doubts you have in those topics, you can just ask for these. And after completing the syllabus, we'll be revising all these things through workshops. So you can see the app. So currently also we are running some revision workshops for them, right? And obviously, as I told you, that previous year question papers are important to do for all of you. So we are again doing these as well in the current classes. You can find all of those in GradeUp app. Mock tests are there, sectional tests are there, and we are forming all of them on the latest pattern, because CAT's pattern keep changing. So we keep a track of that, and accordingly only we just organize these questions in mock tests and sectional tests. Quizzes, as I told you, would be there. Notes will be given to you in the PDF form, and class PPTs will also be given to you in the PDF form, so that you can revise all whatever you have studied during the classes. We talked about doubt section as well, and report card is a very important point which will be given to you to help you track your performance through these exams and all, right? How have you fared when you did these sectional tests or mock tests? So how are the other people faring with respect to you? That all would be mentioned over there. I told you about the study plan tab and the course tab. They would be there on your GradeUp app itself. And GradeUp community is there to help you stay updated with everything about MBAs. So whenever IFT gives a notification of their exam, so immediately it would be there on the GradeUp community. That way for other colleges and other exams as well, everything would be given over there, right? You have daily free quizzes and mini mocks for more and more practice. Engage with the MBA aspirants. You can chat with them, and obviously you get to know that what is going on among the other candidates as well. So currently the important sessions that we have from day 1 to 5 are these on 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. You can see that. So these all are at 7 p.m. and you can see the study plan in the Grade Up app itself. These are all the faculties who would be teaching you. As I told you that all the faculties are 99 plus percentiles, so their percentiles are written along with them. And obviously all these peoples are experienced enough to teach you, and because they have been teaching for last many years now, the experience is visible on their face as well, I think, right? I mean, I can see that. Probably you would also be able to gauge that. So these are all those people who are teaching you. So this is me, Saral Nasyal, right? We also have a subscription course for us with us, that Grade Up Super subscription. If you take it for 18 months, so obviously for 18 months you can be a part of everything which is written on your screen. You get structured live courses, mock tests, full syllabus coverage, the performance and report card, doubt clearing, everything. Generally 3 months and 6 months subscriptions would be for this year kids only, right? These are the current courses which are going on. As I just told you, batch 3 would be starting on 9th of November. For 2020 we are running these courses which are written over there, right? So this is all that I wanted to talk about, guys. So as we said, Grade Up, prep smart, score better, and start early. So that's the key for practicing, right? Okay, thank you very much, guys. That's all about it.